Good morning. My name is Bob Calais. I'm the Corps historian for the Las Vegas Citadel Corps in Las Vegas, Nevada. These series of videos that we hope to produce are a ministry of the Citadel Corps, and we want to look at some of the history and some of the interesting facts about the Salvation Army. We just hope that you'll enjoy it, that you'll learn something from it, and that you'll join us when we post these periodically. So this morning we'd like to get started with the history of the Las Vegas Corps. Now, the Salvation Army is a 155-year-old worldwide organization. We are in 130 countries at the present time as of 2020. The Army came to the United States, Salvation Army came to the United States in 1880, and the Citadel Corps, as it's known today, was founded in Las Vegas actually in 1930 is where we want to start the history, but we have been in continuous operation since 1946. Today we just like to look at the first part of the history. The Salvation Army was called to Las Vegas in 1930. The city fathers, county fathers approached the Salvation Army in California and asked that a unit of the Army or several officers be sent from California to assist in the housing, feeding, and the ministry to those who were coming in to Las Vegas, the Las Vegas area, for the building of Hoover Dam back in 1930. So in May of 1930, the Salvation Army from California sent several officers who established a post on Fremont Street, not too far from the Pacific Railroad depot on Main and Fremont, and near a park downtown. But this was 1930. They established a couple of rooms in a building on Fremont Street, 219 Fremont Street. That current location is now part of the foundation of the Four Queens Hotel. But we began the work in 1930, helping to feed, to house, to minister to those hundreds and hundreds of people who were coming in from all over the country seeking work on the dam. In 1931, the county fathers approached the captain who was in charge of the Army unit and asked him to participate in helping establish a welfare board to help local residents as well as those others who were in need. They knew the work of the Army, and they approached the captain and asked him to help establish, because of the experience that the Army had. They didn't want the Army to run it, but they wanted the experience from the Salvation Army's previous experience in other places in operating similar welfare boards. So in 1931, the Welfare Board of Clark County was started by the city and county fathers, and that organization eventually became the Clark County Department of Social Service. But the Army was instrumental in helping begin and organize that department. As I say, we came in 1930, and the Army only stayed until 1933 when it left. The Army has a history of, once a program is successful, once a program is up and running, or once a need is met, the Army will leave or let the local operations, city, county, state, operate the program. Sometimes the program can be turned over to another private organization. But once the Army's goal is met, then the Army will move on to other ministries. And that's what happened in Las Vegas. We were here for 3 years, and then the officers and people involved with beginning the Army operation returned to California. It wasn't until 13 years later that the Army returned in 46, returned in 1946. And from that time on, the Army has had a continuous presence in the Las Vegas, Clark County area. And that'll be something we'll look at the next time. But to begin with, as I say, the Salvation Army in Las Vegas began in 1930, operated for 3 years until most of the need was met. Work on the dam was completed. People started drifting back home. Others started staying in the area. They remained in the area, became citizens of the city and county. But the Army's ministry was met, and the Army returned to California, and there was no presence in Las Vegas for 13 years until 1946. We'll look at that the next time. We hope that you will continue to join us for these bits and pieces of history. As I say, I started with the Las Vegas history, but we'll look at other bits and pieces throughout history. We'll look at some of the differences of the Salvation Army as compared to other churches and organizations, service organizations, and some of the ministries and ideas that within the Army that are unique to the Army. So join us the next time. As I say, this is a ministry of the Las Vegas Citadel Corps, and we just hope that you enjoy these presentations. We will have pictures and slides along with them. This is a multi-work operation. Some of the pictures I've talked about will be added to this presentation. But for now, we ask that the Lord bless you, and we will see you the next time. Thank you for joining us.